This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Well, back here on Monday for the Lancer Locker. My name is Tel Tanner. Getting rolling here today, the 16th of December. We're getting really close to that holiday season, man. I tell you what, speaking of upcoming schedule, I don't even know if we're going to have a show next Monday. I'm going to be here. We'll see what we can do. Trying to find as many people as possible. But this time of year, everybody's off campus. It's getting tough to schedule interviews for the next couple weeks. But I tell you what, we got a good one for today. We wanted to talk with the women's golf program. We teased that a couple weeks ago that we wanted to do this when we had Coach Cunningham in. And now we got to talk with the head coach of the women's golf program in Todd Rodig. First year head coach for the Lancers. Not the first time he's coached, but first year head coach for Mount Marty University. They had a good fall, led by Kelsey Heath, obviously, one of the best golfers in Mount Marty University history. She's just continuing her run. Hopefully she'll continue to do that this spring. And we talked about everything in between for Coach Rodig and the women's golf program. And then our player profile today. Unfortunately, the semester has ended and players are kind of off campus at this point, but we did get a chance to speak with Emma Jarofsky of the women's basketball program this last Thursday. We already put this one out on our KYNT social media, on our Facebook page. You can find it there as well, but we're going to air it here on the Lancer Locker today. Emma Jarofsky, one of the seniors for the Mount Marty Lancer women's basketball program, spent a couple minutes talking with us. With that, let's go ahead and get to our week in review for women's and men's basketball here in our coverage at KYNT. The women's basketball team is now 6-7 overall. They did fall on the road to Morningside this weekend. 72-50 was the final in Sioux City. Morningside got the win there. The women's basketball program next up on Wednesday, they travel to Vermilion and take on the University of South Dakota in an exhibition game. We'll have coverage of that one right here on at KYNT. For the men's basketball team, they're now 6-6 overall. They are 3-4 in conference. A tough loss against a very good team in Morningside this last time out. Morningside beat them 91-63. Morningside made 18 threes in that game. It's just one of those, man. Morningside made 18 3-pointers, and that just about did it for it. So the Lancer men did fall on the road. Their next game will be this upcoming Friday. It's a 1 p.m. tip-off in the Simple Arena in Yankton on Friday. We'll have coverage of that one as well right here on KYNT. With that, let's go ahead and take a break. We're going to come back with Emma Jarofsky and our player profile this week for the Mount Marty women's basketball program. And then after that, we'll take another break and come back with Coach Todd Rodig for the Mount Marty Lancers women's golf team. My name is Tel Tanner. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
This is Jenny from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Looking for a refresh in your home? Want to change up your space? Take advantage of our free interior design service. We can help reimagine your room using new pieces that will work with what you currently have. At Slumberland, you'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, Demand Sherco.
Ben is in a sticky situation.
I got so excited for my fresh-baked Runza cinnamon rolls that I forgot to grab a napkin.
Now you got cinnamon roll fingers, and they're so ooey.
And gooey. I can't grab a spoon to dig into my delicious homemade chili.
Maybe you should call for help?
Oh, I'll call my mom. Oh, I've ruined my phone.
Worth it, though. Come get Runza's homemade chili, fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, and a napkin today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
For our player profile this week from Mount Marty University, we've got Emma Jarofsky, a senior of the Mount Marty women's basketball program. Emma, thank you for coming in and talking with me. Happy holidays. We're in that time of year.
Yes, happy holidays. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about you a little bit as it's the holiday season. We'll start it off with that. What are your plans for Christmas and anything you're doing this time of year?
I'm planning on going back home to Sioux Falls and just spending time with family and friends there. Not much going on, so.
Just a small family Christmas. Tell me about the kind of what you do as a family. What does the Christmas look like every year?
On Christmas Eve, we usually get together with like one side of the family and we hang out. And then on Christmas Day, we get with the other side of the family and hang out. So we just have dinner and open presents.
Now, we can't talk about what you're giving your family because they're going to listen to this and then it spoils the surprise. Yeah. But have you gotten the gifts already done and packed, wrapped yet, or is still working on that?
Still working on that.
We're getting to that time of year where you got to get on it, man. I know you're busy right now. It's finals week,
yes,
which is ridiculous. When does finals actually end? Is that tomorrow, Friday?
No, today.
Today,
Thursday.
okay.
Yep.
We're recording this on Thursday, by the way, putting it out on Friday. So by the time this airs, you'll be done. Or are you already done? It's midday Thursday.
Yeah, I didn't have any finals because I was student teaching this whole semester. So I took my practice exam on yesterday, actually. So.
Okay, so that still had to be a little bit of stress.
Yeah, that was stressful, but it's over and done with. So
it's over and done with. That's a good thing. So now you're going into final semester next year, I guess I can say that technically. What is it going to look like for you? You're an elementary education major. What does that final semester look like?
Next semester, I am taking just like a couple classes in order to graduate, which is like human relations, and then I have a theology class, and then I'm going to take an art class. So it'll kind of be more of a chill semester and a fun semester, so I'm excited.
One final chill semester before the craziness of being an elementary education person comes in.
Yes.
So what is the... I got to ask the question just so you can put it out there. What are your plans after college? I assume teaching elementary school somewhere. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm planning on probably going back home for a year and teaching. I want to go back to my hometown, Brandon Valley, and teach in the Brandon Valley School District. So
yeah, there you go. Where are you student teaching this semester? Where were you?
I was at Beetle Elementary here in town. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to go very far.
No, I didn't.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool. How did that go? What was it like working with the kids?
I loved it. I had a really good class. I was with fourth graders. So I don't know. I just love that age group. You can joke with them. They get your jokes, and they love to be at school, so it was fun.
They're old enough to talk to, and yet they're young enough that they don't hate school yet, so that's nice.
Yeah, yep.
And they're also not terrible junior high kids.
Yeah.
I couldn't teach junior high. That would be just the worst. Yeah. Let's talk about Yankton now. When it comes to Yankton, you've been here a couple years now, and now you're going into your final couple of months here in the city. Tell me about this place, and what are some of the places you love, places you like to go to, whether it's food or the bridge or hanging out. Just tell me about Yankton.
Yeah, I love Yankton. Especially in the summer, we like to go down to the river and just swim there. We also like to go on the bridge and walk. I would say my favorite place to eat here is Muddy Mo's. I go there like all the time. So they're like one of my favorites. And yeah, I like the environment of it.
Let's look back at your years here playing, not only playing basketball, just being a student here at Mount Marty University. Mm-hmm. When you take a look at it, has it set in, first of all, yet that you're about to graduate?
No, it hasn't.
Not even yet. All right. Well, the senioritis is going to hit. Don't you worry about that. But as we talk about looking back, what are some of your favorite memories off the top of your head?
I would say some of my favorite memories is definitely the VLI trips. The one to Colorado, that was so fun and definitely my favorite memory here at Mount Marty. I made a lot of good memories, and it was, super fun.
So tell me about those BLI trips, this Colorado trip specifically. What did it kind of look like? What'd you do?
We were like in groups once we got there, and we would have like small group breakoffs. We would go hiking. We went like rollerblading. Like, I don't know. We just did a ton of fun things, and it was good.
Hiking in the Rockies. That sounds just amazing.
Yeah, it was so fun.
So talking about campus life at Mount Marty University, you're about to be done being a college student, which is kind of an interesting transition there because you're as a college student, you get out 18 years old and you get into the world, your first taste of freedom, but you're in dorms, which is wild.
Yeah.
You go to probably being in an apartment now as a senior, and now you're going to be moving out of college, starting life for the first time. What's it been like, that whole transition of getting out on your own?
Yeah, it's been definitely like a crazy experience, I guess. You come in as a freshman and you do have that like freedom, I guess, in a way. But I don't know, just finding my friends and like making those lifelong friendships have been definitely so awesome. And yeah.
What are some of the things you guys do as a group, as friends, when you're wanting to kill time? Are you just chilling in the dorms, watching movies? Tell me about your friendships.
We do go out in Yankton a lot, I guess, in the community, and we love to go for walks on the bridge. We love to go to Muddy Mo's. We love to watch movies, hang out, play card games. Yeah.
Tell me about your family now. I want to learn a little bit more about the Jarowskis.
Yeah, so my dad, his name is Jim. He is a high school chemistry teacher at Lincoln High School in Sioux Falls. My mom, Stephanie, she works at First Premier Bank in Sioux Falls. And then I have a older sister, and she is a teacher, a fifth grade teacher up in North Dakota, and her husband, Jackson, he's a lawyer up there. They're expecting a baby girl in March.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
Super exciting. And then I have a younger brother, Isaac, and he is a freshman at the University of Sioux Falls, and he plays football there. So
yeah, absolutely. You're going to be finishing up your college basketball career, hopefully after the baby is born. That means you're going deep into the postseason.
Yeah.
But that's going to be super cool. You're going to be an aunt. Is that the first time aunt?
Yep, that will be my first time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're going to make your sister's life just difficult by spoiling that child.
Yes, I'm super excited. I'm ready to spoil her. So
that's awesome. So let's go back to your dad for a moment, because I know he's obviously been super impactful, not only in basketball, but in general, because he's a teacher and now you want to be a teacher.
Yes.
So tell me about this guy.
Yeah, so my dad is probably like he is my biggest supporter. He was my coach growing up, and he always pushed me to be the best I can be. And I can't thank him enough either, because he's also pushed me to be the player I am today. And I wouldn't have had any other coach me growing up. So I'm very thankful for him and his impact on my life.
Emma, one of the things you told me we wanted to talk about before we got this rolling was your relationship with your head coach in Bertram, just some of the ways he's helped you grow. Can you tell me kind of a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can't thank him enough, because every single time I ask him for a workout, he's always there. He always wants to make me better. He pushes me to make me better. So, yeah, I can't thank him enough, because he's helped me become the player I am today. So
that's got to be nice, just having a head coach that when you want to work, he's there. No question. And not only that, he lives in Sioux Falls, so it's like a ways for him to get here, but he still does.
Yeah, he's super invested in us and our program, and I cannot thank him enough, because if you do want to work out, he's an hour away. He will come down and make the time and make you better. So, yeah, he's been so good to us and our team. So
that's special.
Yeah.
All right, Emma, as we finish up here today, are there any final thoughts you have for your family, Lancer Nation? Any sign-off you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank my family, my friends, my coaches for making the experience at Mount Marty just amazing.
That was Emma Jarowski from this last Thursday. She came in to talk with me for a couple of minutes ahead of that morning side game. Now let's go ahead and take another break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes with Todd Rodig, the head coach Mount Marty University women's golf. They had a decent season this fall, and the spring season should be a lot of fun. We talked all about their players upcoming, some of their recruits, some of their freshmen, sophomore that are coming up next, and of course, a very good senior class. We'll come back with Todd Rodig after this. You're listening to the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
Everyone loves something different about our buffet, which is good because buffet has something for everyone. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch. Come in and fill your plate with good food that makes you feel good inside. Don't see your favorite pizza on the buffet? Request it using Buffet Your Way. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the very first slice. Grab the country's best chicken paired with tasty sides and finish off with sweet cactus bread at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
Quit hitting the snooze button on your new career. Wake up to recently increased wages, day one benefits, and an employer who puts you first. Grind through the workday in your own specialty. Assembler, machine operator, material handler, or line operation tech. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $2.35. Choose your shift and enjoy day one benefits. This isn't just a job, it's your future. Join us today. Find more information and apply now at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
Low, low, low. 'Tis the season to buy a new Ford. I'm Brandon Tykro. Get a super low 1.9% financing for 60 months and 90 days deferred payments on 2024 Ford Expeditions, Escapes, and F-150s. 1.9% for 60 months? We haven't seen that for a while. Get through the winter with the whole crew in the Lincoln Navigator, now $17,000 off. Get holiday travel ready in a new Ford from Lewis & Clark Ford, 4th and Capitol Yankton, or online, lewisandclarkford.com.
'Tis the season for togetherness, joy, and a cold Budweiser in hand. Whether you're celebrating with loved ones or making new memories with friends, Budweiser is there to add that extra touch of holiday cheer. And just like their majestic Clydesdales, Budweiser has been a part of holiday traditions for generations. So raise a glass and toast to the holiday season with Budweiser. Wishing you a joyful and Budweiser-filled holiday season.
Well, we're back here on the Lancer Locker now, talking with Todd Rodig, the head coach of Mount Marty University women's golf. Coach, you had a pretty good fall. You got another spring coming up. I know it's kind of in between season right now. Finals week is done, so we weren't able to get any athletes in the booth, but we're looking forward to doing that sometime in the spring. But first off, can you just tell me how this fall went? Tell me about some of your players and how your first season as the head coach of the Lancers, your first fall season went for you.
Well, it went well. Like I said, it's my first year, and I got a great bunch of young ladies. They all got great attitudes. They all get along really well. We actually have a lot of fun on the golf course, and that was kind of one of the first things when I had my first meeting with them. I said, first of all, girls, we got to have fun. If we're not out here having fun, we probably shouldn't be on the golf course. So they're all a bunch of wonderful young ladies, good students. Our tournaments, we went well. We've got, obviously, we've got our senior, Kelsey Heath. She's, I don't think she finished lower than 7th in any of her tournaments and had real good opportunities to win a couple of them. She ended up coming in second place, but unbelievable talent to watch. So we did real well, middle of the pack, I think, in our first tournament here at Mount Marty, the invite. We actually went down to St. Mary's, and my first collegiate win came in Omaha. So I think I might have been more excited about it than they were. But, so I got my first collegiate win. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. All you got to say as a golf coach to know how the season went is we had fun. Because if you're not if you're not winning, you're not having fun. That's about all it is. For example, when I play golf, It's not fun most of the time. Every now and then it's fun, but not very often. So I'll tell you what.
Keep working at it.
Yeah, no kidding. I may need some coaching here. But let's talk about that aspect of it. So you're not a first-time coach, but you're first-time golf coach for the Lancers. What has that kind of been like in terms of teaching or honing skills?
Well, it's been a learning process. When I first met with the ladies, I kind of talked to them about spending more time on the range or spending more time on the course. And my philosophy kind of is that I've come up with and talked with some other golf coaches and instructors, Scott Larson from Hillcrest and Brett Syme, the head coach for the high school here, is a good friend of mine. So I employed a little advice from them and also from Coach Cunningham, the men's coach. And so we spent a lot more time playing golf. The girls, they all came to college with golf swings. Some of them had golf instructors, which we really encouraged them to keep those instructors in the summertime and keep their swing. And we're not there to completely change their swing, because hopefully by the time they're coming and playing collegiate golf, they kind of have that down a little bit. But short game, we work a lot more on short game stuff. Putting, chipping's kind of one of our big things.
When you talk about next up, you're going to try and replace Kelsey Heath, which obviously is not a thing that is going to be done. She's one of the best golfers that has ever put on a Lancer uniform. But when it comes to recruiting, how is that going? I know you can't give me names yet until they sign, but how's it going?
We've got one gal that's already signed a letter of intent with us, and I have another one that's hopefully going to be signing a letter of intent here in the first week of January. And they're both solid golfers. Like you said, Kelsey's a tough one to replace. I have a couple names that I'm working on and a couple individuals I've been trying to contact and be in contact with that, once again, maybe not quite the caliber of Kelsey, but could be very solid players for our program.
When we talk about some of your young players coming up as well, you got a freshman out of Murdo in Camry Kittleson. Can you tell me about her?
Yeah, Camry, she's a lot of firecracker in a small package. She's just a little gal, but she tends to hit the ball pretty straight. The thing about her is her short game is phenomenal. I actually had an assistant that had ran out of eligibility. Caitlin Simpson played 4 years for Mount Marty, and she was my assistant. She graduated here in December, and Caitlin would always make the comment, "Oh my gosh, I wish I could chip like Camry. If Camry would have been here earlier, she could have helped me with my chipping." Amazing on her short game, and as she develops her skills a little bit better, I think she's got potential to be a very solid player. She did have a very good fall golf for us.
And then when you talk about some of your sophomores, Trinity Palmquist out of Howard, South Dakota, and then Abigail Greenhoff out of Del Rapids, South Dakota. Tell me about those two.
Two gals that, let me tell you what, they can hit the ball. When they hit their driver, it's going. Most of the time, it's a nice little draw. Once in a while, like all of us, we pull it here or cut it there or whatever. But for the most part, they both can just smash their drivers. If you were to ask them, and probably most of the girls, we would say the one thing we probably going to need to work on the most would be our putting. If we can get our putting strokes down a little bit, both Abby and Trinity, I think, have abilities to be low 80s and maybe some high 70s. Actually, Trinity in the Mount Marty, our first tournament this year, she shot par golf on the back nine over at Hillcrest, which I don't know if I've ever done that play, but she came in with a even 36 on the back nine. And I think she shot 80 that day. So super round for her, and just shows me that she's got the talent in it. Abby had a great tournament down in our Siouxland tournament, or actually it was the Morningside tournament. Shot, I think, low 80s both days, and she had come up to me after the tournament and even made the comment. She goes, "Gosh, Todd, I think I three-putted like 7 holes." Boy, I told her we knocked those down, and she's right there in the 70s. So both have a lot of talent, and I think will be solid players for Mount Marty going in the future.
Man, putting is just a bear, isn't it?
It is. That was the first thing that I told the girls when I first started coaching them. I'm not known for being a long ball hitter myself, or even the greatest short game, other than I do putt pretty well. Most of people at Fox Run that I play golf with will tell you that that's probably one thing I can do is putt pretty decent.
So let's give it golf coach advice now from a collegiate golfer or collegiate golf coach when it comes to putting, when you're teaching not only your players, but just sound advice for anybody. I'm asking this question for me. What should I work on? How do I practice?
Well, alignment's always one of your biggest things, and that goes with your putting and even all your irons, your driver, and everything. And then learning that stroke of a smooth stroke and distance control. Distance control on putts. If you got a 20-foot putt, you don't want to putt at 10 feet. If you can get all those putts within that 3-foot range and make all your 3-footers and hopefully make 80% of your 5-footers, 70% of your 10-footers or 8-footers, and just kind of work your way. But if you can always get that first one close, there's nothing better than having that kick-in putt for the last one.
Oh, absolutely. So let's talk about your upcoming schedule again. When we talk about the spring season, I know you've got a trip coming down, kind of a dual trip, both men's, women's golf programs going down to Arizona early March. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're headed down to the Phoenix area. We're staying in an area in Chandler. We're still working on lining up the courses we're going to golf, but there's so many courses down the Arizona area that be easy to find a few to play. It's kind of a short trip. It's a real busy season down there. It's spring baseball going on, so kind of expensive with a lot of stuff. And to take 20 people down to golf and pay green fees for every day, it's a big expense. So we're going to get 3 solid days of golf in. Maybe we get lucky and play 36 on one of those days or whatever. But with the weather up here, it's going to be their first chance to really swing a club outside probably. And we'll actually start practice probably the 3rd or 4th week of February. So doing some indoor hitting and stuff like that. But so this will be their first opportunity to get out and actually play on some real grass and hit some real golf shots.
Speaking of the indoor hitting, we've got some updates there. We spoke with head coach Darren Cunningham of the men's program a couple weeks ago on this program where he told us you've got a simulator coming in, and I know you've got an update on that.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave me a little advice that the city of Yankton was selling their simulator, and so I purchased it and for the school. And so we were looking for a room to put it in, and I think we finally have gotten that logistics figured out. And so hopefully over the Christmas break here, we're going to be cleaning out that room and going in and getting it set up. It's an older simulator, but our IT guys have been great up at Mount Marty. Bunch of brilliant guys who've been working on it and updating the computer, and I've gone up and looked at it, and the graphics look wonderful on the screen. So I think there's probably 25 or 30 different courses they'll be able to play on it. And when I talked to athletic director Bernardo about purchasing it, like I told him, I said, if the kids have the opportunity to come in and just have to push a button on a computer and play Pebble Beach, I think it's going to get a lot of use.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think it'll be a great asset to the school and our program.
Oh, I'd love to have something like that. We've come a long way from a ball in a net, haven't we?
Oh yeah, yep. The old ball in the net that can mess you up sometimes if you're taking those swings and you're not knowing what you're doing, and all of a sudden you're cutting across the ball and you go out in the
bad habits. It teaches.
Yep. That muscle memory. You get on the golf course, and next thing you know, in spring you'll be out there, and here comes that big old slice and. Where did that come from? So.
Yeah, no kidding. For me, the slice has just always been there. It's never gone away. I've never known anything but it. Anyways, let's talk back to the upcoming schedule. You've got a couple of invites, different tournaments you're going to play in, but then that big one, the GPAC Conference Meet, April 28th and 29th in Cairo, Nebraska. That will be a fun one. That's the one. That's the date that's got to be circled, right?
Yep, that's the big one. That's the one. It's it's a 54-holer. Actually, our one in Mitchell, the first week of April, I believe it is. It's also a 54-holer. Give us a little warm-up for that. So they play 36 the first day, which is a lot of golf. And then turn around and come back and play another 18. But, yep, the GPAC, that's the one you circle on your calendar. And, we got a solid team. If we can just get everybody to drop those scores in the mid to low 80s and then get our horse Kelsey to come out shooting her normal 70s, we should be able to hopefully do all right in it, I think.
Well, Coach Rodig, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming to talk with me, and good luck this upcoming spring. We'll talk with you again at some point.
My pleasure.
With that, we're going to take another break here on KYNT's The Lancer Locker. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and wrap things up, taking a look at our upcoming schedule. You're listening to KYNT.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Farming is hard work. Between managing crops, livestock, and equipment, there's not much time left to handle financing and loans. At Dakota Mac, we can help you do the heavy lifting when it comes to ag financing. Whether you're a full-time farmer, an investor, or a young and beginning farmer, we're here for you for all your ag lending needs. Let Dakota Mac help you work smarter, not harder.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
Get ready to spice up those family gatherings this holiday season with Carbliss. With a variety of flavors like black cherry, margarita, cranberry, black raspberry, or mojito, there's a flavor for everyone. Carbliss isn't a malt beverage. It's mixed with premium vodka, rum, or tequila with no carbs or sugar. Embrace the joy. Savor the bliss. Open up some seriously delicious holiday moments, and cheers to endless fun and endless joy. Choose Carbliss, handcrafted premium cocktails this holiday season.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
What is Agility Plus? It's the new Medicare supplement Plan G coverage from Avera Health Plans that gives you more.
More benefits at a lower cost.
More comprehensive coverage like physicals plus heart, vascular, and hearing screenings.
That's the Avera Health Plan's new Medicare supplement Agility Plus Plan G. Contact your local agent or request a quote online. AveraHealthPlans.com/Medicare. Network restrictions apply with select plans. A Plan G policy may not cover all of your medical expenses. Neither Avera Health Plans nor its agents are connected with Medicare or state or federal government.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker for the final time. Thanks to Coach Rodig for coming in and talking with me today. And thanks to Emma for coming in and talking with me just a couple of days ago. We'll go through our upcoming schedule once again. Women's basketball on Wednesday evening at the University of South Dakota, taking on NCAA D1 opponent there in the Yotes. That'll be a fun one. It's an exhibition game for the Lancers, and we've got coverage of it Wednesday evening right here on KYNT. Then the men's basketball program, they're taking on Valley City State University at 1 p.m. on Friday. Also, that one will be in the Simple Arena in Yankton. We've got coverage on KYNT, KYNT-V as well. Those will be our two final games of 2024 that we get to cover for the Mount Marty men's and women's basketball programs before their holiday breaks. We'll be back January 2nd for more Lancer athletics as well. That's going to do it for us today here on the Lancer Locker, though. That was fun learning more about the women's golf program with Coach Rodig, and once again, thanks to Emma Jarofsky. That'll do it for our show today. I appreciate you all for tuning in. This has been